process that is done in order for you to eat a steak or a burger isn't as simple as you probably imagine. There are many steps that are taken for these delicious meats to be processed and ready for you to eat. They come from the many hardworking farmers and ranchers throughout the world. Today, I'm going to inform you about cattle ranching and how it is done throughout the different seasons of the year. I know the steps to take in cattle ranching because I do them every day of my life. My father and I take pride in this business as we have put countless hours into perfecting and taking care of our cows. There are many things we have to do each day, but the work always depends on what season it is. One of the most crucial and busiest times of the year is winter. Winter is typically calving season for most cattle ranchers. You are probably wondering why we would choose such terrible conditions for our cows to produce calves. The reason for this is because if the calves are on the ground during the winter, then when they come to the age of selling, they will be eating the fresh new grass that the spring provides. Because of calving season, and especially the harsh weathers, cattle need to be checked as much as possible. Methods of checking include keeping a record of your herd and looking for springing in mother cows. Springing is the swelling of the vulva, which is located on the back side of a cow. Another part to cattle ranching that is done during the winter is feeding hay as well as keeping minerals and salt out for them. A cow typically eats about 27 pounds of hay per day according to beefmagazine.com. And this is a picture of a mother cow with her calf. This is a picture of a farmer feeding hay to his cows. Once the harsh winter is over, spring will set in. Spring is when the calves that were born during the winter are taken to market. Although this isn't the busiest time of the year for ranchers, it is the most important. This is when they get their paychecks for the year. Calves are sorted from their mothers and hauled to the market. The next thing that needs to be done during the spring is fertilizing hayfields. Most farmers prefer chicken litter and pay someone with a truck to spread it on their fields for them. Also, this season is a good time for spraying weeds. The first picture you see here is a rancher spraying weeds, and the second is fertilizing hayfields. And all that dust you see is chicken litter. The next working season for cattle ranchers is the summer. This is one of the most crucial and busiest times of the year for ranchers. It is stressful and time-consuming. The main thing done during the summer is baling hay. The first thing that comes with baling hay is you have to cut the grass. After you cut the grass, you let the grass dry for about 2 or 3 days, and once it's ready, you will rake it into windrows as you see in this picture. Now, after that, the rancher will drive over them with his baler and it'll make a hay bale. And also during the summer, it's a bad time because flies carry diseases and they like to get on your cattle. One thing to prevent this is by spraying fly repellent on them. After summer is the most laid-back times of the year, but still requires work, which is fall. One thing that is bad that happens during the fall is the falling of acorns. Your cows will tend to wander off from the farm into the woods looking for them. This causes a problem because your fence might not be in very good conditions. During this time, it is good to keep account of your herd and check your fence as often as possible. Also during the fall, a rancher might work his cows. They will give them the proper medical treatment as well as care a cow might need. This is a picture of a rancher fixing his fence. And this is a picture of a rancher brush hogging. I have now informed you about cattle ranching and the many techniques that are required in being as successful as possible. My father and I have been in this business for most of his life and all of mine. We have learned many lessons along the way. However, these lessons have been learned through success as well as mistakes. In conclusion, we have learned what to do during each of the 4 seasons in order to get the best outcome of this business. We have seen the techniques as well as the strategies in surviving each obstacle that comes at us.